Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. Now we have a slight change. If you guys look above me, you guys will actually be able to see the name of who is talking. So I hope that we don't have too many people talking. But as you guys know, this is a podcast talking about. We're gonna start on one subject and see what happens. But the first thing I want to know is who on Discord right now got at least one Jack and Sally.
Yeah, I have one.
I got 5.
Me.
I got one.
I also got 5 here.
I also
got
got five.
Did anyone get to guild theirs?
I
No.
got 5.
No.
Anyone got to guild them?
Not even close.
No, no one here yet. I want to
That was
hear.
just
I want to
way.
hear if someone has one guilted and has tried it out. Because I want to hear. I want to hear if it's how the metal
tried
stacks
it.
up.
I tried the shared one.
Alien, you're scratching a lot.
Something wrong with your mic.
Switch to push to talk, please.
Still not there. Okay. Yeah, I
I
really
got
want to
it.
hear if someone guilted theirs. I want to hear how the metal is. I honestly haven't even touched mine. I haven't worked on mine. I haven't touched mine. I'm disappointed
So,
by the metal.
In my party, there's a shared one, and the shared one is pretty okay, to be honest. But it's still not really powerful.
Really?
Yes, I had 5 medals and I put 2 of them into 1 because I had the whole I need 3. That was my mentality.
Mhm.
With the 2 orb, the power itself, even with a Pooh and Rax, is not all that stellar.
What's the multiplier?
Buffed, it does about 25,000.
What's the multiplier once it's guilted?
I think it's 3.1.
3.2? Really? Wow. And it's upright, right?
Correct, it's
Yeah.
an upright
Yes,
magic.
yes.
Yep.
That doesn't sound bad, actually.
You sure it's
Hmm.
3.2? I thought it was 3.1.
It's
I'm
still
sitting
it's
here-
over 3. I mean,
Yeah. 'Cause
Being
I'm sitting
over
here
3 is
with
amazing.
I have 4 orbs in mine, and it's currently at 3.02.
3.1. Okay, Alice is a 3.1. Man, that's pretty awesome, actually. I mean, if you just look at it from that point of view, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but if you think about it, the free costs makes it really expensive, and yeah.
Yeah, 3 cost kind of does put it away out of the reach of a lot of people, doesn't it?
I initially
Hmm.
considered putting an attack plus, or not attack plus, attack price plus on it to help compensate.
Right.
Same here.
Like I
Still the same.
put a Pooh before it and a Vivi, in cage ever to get the boosts, and that alone is like 7 costs, I think, or 8 costs.
So, what's more upsetting, the cost or the fact that it doesn't do what it's supposed to?
The
Cost for me.
Personally, I find it just sad that they fixed the metal like they did.
That's a hard one.
If it was one or the other, it'd be fine, but the combination makes it a lot worse.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
in
that
that.
way.
I'm in that area as well.
Because there'd be really no complaints if it was still 2 costs versus 3.
Well, I don't know.
I
No
would still have
complaints.
complaints here.
I mean, it was
Less.
it was an amazing metal the way they described it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in practice.
I think, me personally, I could get away with it being 3 gauges if it lasted for 2 turns.
Same here. But I would still be upset about it, but it would be more worthwhile to me, personally.
Well, it really depends if you will use it for the attack or for the boosts.
I would use it for the debuffs and the buff.
Well, if you had the metal, the way it's supposed to be, the way they presented it and announced it and advertised it, it would be worth. Oh my goodness.
It would do both damage and the buff and debuff.
Yeah, exactly. Especially having one guilted, especially having one guilted would just be incredible, you know.
Possibly
I would
one of the
rank
best
first
medals in the
slot
game.
of Starlight.
It would be a very good
Or
metal.
Divine Rose.
The new one is a good metal. It's just you can't use it for what you were originally going to use it for.
Wow.
It's still a great metal, it's just what it's planned to be used for.
Yeah, it really changes how you would use it, and that's why it's just not worth it anymore to me.
I was gonna put attack boost, or not attack boost. I was gonna put attack prize plus on it and use it like that, but now it's not
Okay.
even worth it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We'll just have to see what they do with it then.
My Pooh and my KH Arif that come before Jack and Sally all both have attack that plus on it, so I guess it refills a bit, but still it isn't enough to make it like really worth it to use it.
So, okay, so because they insist on doing this, let's talk about the compared to the JP metal. What difference does it have?
It has a higher multiplier but lower damage.
Yeah, also has a higher multiplier though, because it costs 3 instead of 2.
What exactly are the stats of the one on JP?
In JP,
60 more strength, it's not that much of a difference.
yeah, it has like 60 more strength in JP, but the multiplier I think caps out at 2.6.
2.94.
And how much does it cost, the JP version?
Two.
Exactly what they said it was going to be in JP.
So the cost is still
A bit more
Huh.
bearable.
Yeah, you know what, and it's kind of funny, but just looking at the game as we have it, it's very surprising what how much a difference one cost is. It's, I mean, you wouldn't think it'd be that much, but it's a lot.
Especially over multiple turns.
Right.
The extra SP bar really adds up really quickly.
Yeah, because it would stack on itself.
And therein lies my problem. It needs to be 2 if it's not going to be a 1-turn medal. And as it exists now, being a 1-turn debuff and buff, it's essentially supposed to be a 1-turn medal.
Right. So how is the debuff and buff? How does it? I mean, does it feel like it makes a difference?
Not that
It
I could
helps.
Meh.
It helps a little bit, but not enough. It's like running an ungilted SDG, a normal SDG.
Yeah, I have an ungilded STG, and comparing the STG with the Jack and Sally, the extra magic boost does do extra damage. Just
Okay, so
it's
then
not anything groundbreaking. Let's put it that way.
right, and but that's the thing. The way it was advertised, it was. The way it was advertised, it was okay. And see, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about now. So what I've been talking about before, and I've been talking about this for a while, what I wanted to do with the metal, because I haven't pulled for Illustrator Kyrie, because to be perfectly honest, to me right now, it's kind of, not that it's pointless, but an illustrated Kyrie Jack and Sally combo would have been incredible.
That's what I was hoping for.
It would have been just amazing. I mean, the Jack and Sally that we were promised would have been just amazing. We would have had to, you could have put that APP plus AB2 on it, and it would have just been
Wrecking House.
yes. It would that combo right there would have been wonderful, and then follow it up with hopefully some really good gilded epic medals, or a legendary medal with a couple of orbs. Hopefully you have it, or if you were lucky enough to have a legendary gilded, and you would just, it would be incredible. It would just be incredible. But now a lot of strategies are lost. We've for me personally especially, I mean, I've kind of I've lost a lot of strategy now. You know what I mean?
I'm just waiting
So
for this medal.
I guess the next question is, okay, and please one at a time. What do you guys feel would be the way they can fix it?
Well, my thoughts of it, I was
Mhm.
talking to some of my other party members about it as well. I agree with you in that at this moment, the only thing really to make a lot of us feel good about this medal is to just give us the medal they were promised. At minimum, it's that. I mean, because they promised it for a week. You can't tell anybody for a week they didn't notice
Yeah, we
it.
were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, so for a week they didn't notice it. They should give us the medal that was promised to us. Obviously, it's in the game because they poured it over just from JP. JP's medal, does it for the 2 turns and has.
Right.
They should just give that to us at bare minimum. On top of that, they should definitely, like you were saying, they should give us like a couple pulls in EMC or something like that to as well compensate for the fact that a lot of people spent money on this, and now we're kind of, out the bucket because we didn't get what we were promised. So we wasted a bunch of money for something that probably won't ever get used if they don't fix it.
Right. So I guess, okay, my other question to you would be, do you feel that only the people that got one should get that? Or should there be a complete like game-wide compensation or something?
That would make it really bad.
That's one of those things that's hard to even really think about, because there are people who didn't get it. I feel like maybe
But
compensate everybody.
there are a
by
lot of
giving them
people
one.
who spent money and still didn't get it.
Still didn't get it, yeah.
Because they didn't have a decent, friend medal, or they didn't know about the strategy of, doing it, like the sleep plus strategy, or they didn't have in their party was so small or so new that no one had a sleep plus medal, to share.
Yeah.
So should it be, I mean,
If I can cut in here.
yeah, go for it.
I think that what they should do is, for everyone who did obtain the medal, they should change it to be exactly as it was promised, but everyone should get the additional compensation afterwards to
But
of
do you think
rebuild
that's
the trust
fair?
that was lost.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. I like that. That's a good point. Now, continue with that line of thought. Why? What do you mean by that?
Because I feel that for the longest time they've been getting away with a lot of these, mistakes, but this one was a pretty big one. This was like, as you were saying earlier, one of those points of no return. As he was saying earlier, they didn't notice this for a week, and now that notice that they gave up a few minutes or like half an hour after the high score challenge
Mhm.
ended, where they were saying that, this is how it was actually supposed to be. They were just telling us outright that, it was just a mistake, but this is how it's supposed to be. We don't intend on changing anything.
Right.
That forced a lot of people to take it, home a certain kind of attitude. I've seen a lot of people delete the app. I've seen a lot of people sell all their medals.
Yeah, I've
try to
seen
get
that too. That's
refunds.
really bad.
A lot of trust has been broken in the community now. They're going to have to do a lot to make it up to everyone.
I like that. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. That makes sense, because this is the thing. The next time a medal comes out and it says something, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be scared. I'm not going to want to pull. I'm not going to want to do anything, because I'm going to be like, well, what if the medal... And see, okay, and this is another problem too. If they say something... Okay, who here pulled an illustrated Ansem or Boss Marley during that Epic Metal Carnival like 4 weeks ago?
I was
I
lucky enough
didn't.
to pull one.
Okay,
I
so
pulled 2.
how many Raxes did you guys get?
One.
I don't have any.
Just
I
one.
got 2.
Okay, who got 2?
Me.
Okay, so did you pull both of them?
I did not pull them both at the same time, but I pulled one after the other from a 10 medal pull and then a daily deal.
Okay, and they did give you both. See, that's something that I feel. Okay, that's another issue that kind of I feel got swept under the rug a lot, because I heard from a lot of people different points of view where people were like, "Hey, I got 2 Raxes," and some people were like, "Hey, I only got 1 Rax," and some other people were like, "Hey, I didn't get any Raxes at all, and I pulled a Boss Marley or an Illustrator Ansem or both of them." Personally, for me, I didn't pull during that event. I just didn't. It's during the EMC, and maybe I should have spent a little more time investigating or talking to people and finding out what happened, because that one affected a lot of people, and we kind of forgot about it. No, I mean, even including myself, we just didn't talk about it because it just kind of, the next thing we knew there was another EMC, but that was a pretty big mistake because they said you were only going to get one Rex. And some people got 1, some people got 2. So you guys, you're right. There's a
They have a trend.
Yes, exactly. There's a trend, and this time it's come pretty clear that this is pretty serious. So I like that. I like the global wide compensation to try and regain trust, and they need to, I mean, yeah, like we said, the whole the notice was wrong and the medal was never supposed to be like that. I mean, come on, that's just wrong. That's just stupid. I mean, the notice was up for a week. Someone had go for it.
Hey, well, the thing is, for the
I wanted to say that.
Sorry, give me a second. Let him finish.
Was he saying? I can hear him. So
yeah, my bad.
Go for it.
The Epic Metal Carnival, the high score challenge that just happened,
Mm-hmm.
people actually worked hard for it. While like pulling and just getting like a Rax medal just for pulling, that's like nothing. While people actually put like hours into like actually getting a good high score
and money.
And money. So basically, people are like complaining more because of the hard work and the money they spent into it, rather than just putting money into it.
It does feel okay. Personally, for me, I mean, the money. Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a little over $200 actually.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucked because at the beginning, for me personally, I was like, you know what? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna get one. That's what I thought. I thought I'm not gonna get one. I'm not gonna get salty about it. And then Miss Evie did that incredible thing and shared. Put Sleep Plus on an illustrated Sephiroth, and the game changed for me. I went from 1400, 1600. I was able to end in the top 300, top 400, So that's pretty amazing, with just one change in the medal, But I don't know. I kind of feel like, was that enough am I justified in getting upset and saying, hey, Square Enix, give me back my money, even if they fix the problem?
Yes.
Okay, tell me why.
Because ultimately, despite everything that happened, and even if they do try to make amends and fix the medal,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't change the fact that they did a bait and switch tactic on everyone. It just because you fix it, that doesn't clear the air and make everything okay just because you tried it. Because the fact remains that they still did this to everyone, and they sat back for a week and let people pour money into the game for a lie.
It's like getting cheated on.
Exactly.
The trust is still broken.
That analogy is actually very, very. That's very correct, actually.
Yep. Thank you.
One thing I would like them to do is like on the Twitter, the KHX Twitter, like a straw poll, what people would like.
Well, the problem is that they don't use their Twitter to interact with the community.
Yes, okay, and that's okay. That's another thing. Which the notice that they posted. Okay, does anyone know exactly when they posted that notice?
About 45 minutes after the high score challenge ended.
Oh,
yeah, it was like not even.
Oh, really?
It ended and it was there. Yeah.
The notice that said it was wrong.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I didn't notice that. I thought it was like way after.
Yep, that's what I was gonna talk about. Was that they obviously knew because it was posted so quickly after the event was done. So they knew before. They had to have known before
Really?
the event dropped.
So they knew it even
that they
before I
were
sent
going
my
on.
tweet out and everything?
I'm certain of it.
Because mine went out about
because
half an hour after.
Because I posted in Discord like immediately when I saw it, and I posted it.
Right.
I don't know where it's at, but
Yeah, we were
I know I
making that
posted
video.
it.
We were talking about it as it was happening.
Let's
Huh.
see. No, but yeah, it was so quick after the event was done. Like I had barely even gotten in bed before I noticed that it was there.
Interesting. Okay, so they knew right off the bat. And now we're creeping up on what? 20 hours. We've passed 20 hours since that. Like I said before, I feel I'm personally, for me, I'm very hesitant to say what I'll do or won't do, because to be perfectly honest, guys, I mean, it's like, I mean, if they don't fix the metal, I don't know what to say.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
On the revision update, do they even apologize?
Mm-hmm. The what?
Do they even apologize in the little revision update?
No.
No, they just said that they were gonna be like, "Oh, we're figuring out a way to fix it."
Grace us with an apology.
Not even an apology.
No,
just saying,
they
"Oh,
haven't said anything.
it
No,
was-
you know what? But they have apologized in the past, haven't they? There's been other instances where they have
Yes, they have.
said, you know, wait, what was that one? What was that one? Where they apologized, and it was like really an apology, and I was like, whoa, this doesn't sound like them.
Those.
Yeah, what's up, man?
And
maybe when they gonna fix it, maybe they make it the 3 costs in the one turn, and the 1 turn was that was the mistake, and they're gonna fix it. Or something
Hopefully, yeah. Does anyone know what the one was? The one where they apologized? Is it gone?
challenge, maybe?
Oh, regarding login bonus error.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one.
On October 1st, we have confirmed an issue wherein certain users did not receive their appropriate login bonuses. The issue the issue has been fixed. Oh wait, that's not the one. Oh, there it is. We apologize for any inconveniences may cause and thank you for your understanding. That was pretty surprising. That day, when they apologized like that, I was like, wow. I remember we made that video and it was kind of like, wait, this doesn't sound like them. This is so unlike them to apologize so heartfelt, for doing something.
To even make an effort to apologize, but what I'm upset about is that in the notice that they delivered to us about an hour-ish after the high score challenge is that they didn't even say that they were going to fix it. What they said was that they were going to find a way to compensate people.
Not even.
So
Yeah,
it's just like they're trying to do something just to shut us up.
It's basically here, have jewels as like a normal error, and then this was like, oh yeah, here, take the jewels now. Please shut up about checking salad. Leave us alone. So
I don't know
on
if
the back,
it's that harsh.
It felt that way to me, but it might just be my own personal feelings.
I thought it was just. I felt almost sad by Square Enix when they basically said we are figuring out how to compensate. It's the demand, figuring out the determining. The deterring part got me then, because when I saw that, it's like they had some form of reasoning to not even apologize about it,
Right.
And then to tell us that, oh yeah, no, we're trying to figure
Well,
out how to help
if they made that notice immediately after, minutes after, I can understand why they didn't put much thought into it. You know what I mean? It was kind of like they were just like, hey, don't worry, we got this. We know something's going on. Give us a minute, So I get that. I get that from the I mean, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that, because I gotta be honest. Yesterday when this happened, I kind of just, I didn't want to play anymore, and I didn't play all day today. I didn't all morning and everything. It wasn't until this afternoon when I finally logged in that I was like, oh, they noticed, they put notice. Or I remember people were telling me, and I did see it sometime around there, but I didn't know that it had been just a few minutes after. So I understand. Okay, I get that. The terminology doesn't sound the greatest. let's read it again. The parameters for the Jack and Sally medal were listed incorrectly in this notice. We are currently determining how to appropriately compensate affected users. We will provide more information in the near future. Okay, that doesn't sound so terrible to me. I mean, sorry, the second part doesn't. The second part to me sounds like, okay, they're working on it.
Yeah,
the first part I don't like. The first part I hate. The first part, the parameters for the Jack and Sally medal were listed incorrectly in this notice. It's totally saying, hey, this you're no, sorry, you're not even sorry. It's just like, you're not getting this awesome medal.
Yeah, you're stuck with it.
You're stuck with the other medal.
Hey, you're stuck with
You're
the
not
one that
getting
we
this
gave you.
incredible medal that we basically advertised and dangled in front of your face, saying, hey, spend a lot of money to get this medal. So
Which also, yeah.
so that I feel is very wrong. That wording right there, I feel is incredibly wrong. The
It's
other
like-
wording, I'm just like, okay, fine. You're trying to figure out how to fix this. I mean, and okay, that's what I understand in the second part. They're like, hey, we're trying to fix this. We're trying to figure out how to fix it. It's still not. I don't know. Okay,
So,
sorry. Keep
question.
going. Yeah.
With that in mind, is there something they can do actually changing the meta? What level do they have to go to, in your mind?
Well,
without
they have to give the medal that they advertised. I mean, that's right there for me. That's like the only thing they can do with the medal. To me, that's the only thing they can or should do with the medal. Give the medal that they advertised.
I think Fallen Dreamer had a question.
Yeah, go for it.
What about the old one?
The old
They
what?
put Chip and Dale on it. It's gonna be a waste for those who put Chip and Dale on it.
Well, no, they should just fix the medals. I mean, they should just. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. A lot of people have already guilted them and used them.
Yeah, even I have. I've already chip and daled it fully. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already one of them.
They can't do anything. You're right. They can't.
They can rather.
Well, they
remove
can
it.
change
They
it,
can-
but they should like regress it. But no, they can't, because if they change it,
They can easily change it. Well, not maybe easily, but it can be changed. They don't have to give out a whole entire new medal.
no, I agree with that. I agree with that. They can just push out a server wide, but the problem is that then in that case, it's still not fair, because people like me who still have their 5 unput together, and someone who did put all theirs together could be like, well, now I wish that I would have kept them separately.
So why don't they
But
do
a
it
lot
to
of the
where-
people that put them together did it before they realized it was nerfed.
Yeah.
So they put it together because they wanted it guilted, or, just to get space or something. I mean, there are probably going to be people that did put it together just because it was not, because it was
Yeah, it's
nerfed,
like, why-
and so
why
they'll
not?
be upset. But at the same time,
So why
if it's
don't they-
fixed.
Like when I first got, cause I'm a free-to-play player, and I got 3. When I first got them, when I first realized it was nerfed, I don't know, I just felt sad at that point, and I was like, what is going on?
They should give everybody Illustrate Kyrie for free.
Yeah, no, seriously, for free.
Rather than that, why
If they
don't
give
they
everyone
give us-
illustrated Kyrie, I'll just flip out everywhere.
Well, but that's not. I mean, that's kind of like saying they should give everyone, I don't know, just anything else apart from that. That it doesn't really associate with this. You know what I mean?
It's just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Everybody guilted illustrated Kyrie. Why aren't you
No.
going all the way? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
If you're gonna go.
Compensation is we get Mickey and Brooms tomorrow.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
that's
Man,
I think it might be either one of these two things. They either fix Jack and Sally, or give us 3,000 jewels.
No,
I
they should
personally-
fix Jack and Sally.
They have to fix the medal. And see
They do have
that's
to
the
fix
problem. The problem is the way that the notice reads. It doesn't read like they're gonna fix it. It's like they're
No.
saying this is this was wrong. The medal is right.
The first part is
but-
like Megara, like when they messed up like saying that she was AOE and she
Uh-huh.
was actually single. So I honestly get now like where you're coming from with that, because they basically kind of sounded the same way as they did in the Meg text era. It's like, oh yeah, no, we know that we advertised it wrong. Here's some jewels. But now they're at the point where, oh, we can't just give jewels for this.
No, we can't just keep forgiving them. They have to do more.
Well, I mean, in this case, the reason why I don't think this is this, and I explained this before, but the reason why I don't think this is the same as Meg or other situations is
This was
because
a
a
paywall.
lot of people, yes, a lot of people did actually pay. People paid, and some people really paid to guaranteeing being in those top 200, or well, especially the people who guarantee paying in the top 200. And that's why my very first question was if anyone here had a gilded one, because I want to hear from someone who has a gilded one. I honestly want to hear from someone who spent close to or over $1,000 because they really wanted a gilded one.
No,
I do.
didn't
I
spend
really want
anything.
that. I really want that opinion. I want to hear that opinion from someone who was like, listen, I was like this, because this Jack and Sally medal, the way it was advertised, is a complete game changer. It's a huge game changer. And someone out there, there's got to be out there lots of people who spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars right now. There's got to be people out there who did that thinking, I need this Jack and Sally and I need it gilded because I intend to also pull Illustrated Kyrie and I need this to make my Keyblades amazing.
Yeah, you just don't get what you paid for.
And then what happened? They realized that the hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that they've spent were
wasted.
Yeah, well, I mean, they got a lot out of it, sure, but the purpose that the reason why they did it because it was advertised a certain way.
Yeah, Square Enix set a certain level of expectation.
Exactly.
Going in.
Yes. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, that's why I want to hear from someone like that. But still the same. I mean, for me personally, I'm talking from a $200, pedestal, if you want to call it.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So 200, well, a little over 200 because I pulled at the beginning too. I remember when I did the other pull with in the 2,500. Oh yeah, that day was incredible. But yeah, just from my point of view, the pulls that I did, it was over $200. It was more like 250, and the pulls I did last night were completely 100% because okay, if I had had a few more hours to continue pulling, I possibly could have gotten in the top 200. Sorry, if I had a couple more hours to continue trying to get the RNG to trigger, I could have gotten in the upper 14 million points, maybe even 15 million if all the criticals hit and everything was awesome, and I could have gotten up there. And for me personally, I pulled for that. It was completely and 100% intentional to get into the top 200. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm sure there are people out there who pulled hundreds of, just dozens of medals expecting it,
That's the only reason why I pulled.
Yeah, because I'm free to play. I'm still really surprised I was even able to get 3 Jack and Sally's as a free play player. But when I first saw the description for the medal, I wasted all my jewels, which I was saving for Kyrie, so I can get Jack and Sally. But then when I ended up getting it and see that I got nerfed, I was just really, really disappointed.
To add on to that, actually, I want to say that how Cena addresses this problem will make or break the game, in my opinion. How they decide to deal with this, because if they don't deal with this well, I don't see this game lasting all that long for the English version anyway.
Yep.
And the scary part about all of this is, we're almost 3/4 of the way to our 1-year anniversary goal, and 3/4 of the way we had this event, and basically this is just a full decline. We cannot go unless they somehow manage to make us compensate or do whatever.
Well,
What Square Enix has to understand in this particular case is they don't have the option of not reverting it to what they advertised. They can actually get in trouble with the Better Business Bureau because they kept that advertisement up for the entire duration of the event.
It's still there, isn't it?
2 weeks.
Yes, it is.
See, and that's why I feel they know they messed up because they haven't taken it down.
It's just a taunt. It's just a taunt.
No. I think that they realized. I think that probably someone said, take it down, and I'm sure that a smart person at Square Enix said, no. If we take it down, it's going to be so much worse.
I would not be surprised with the amount of people that got enraged about this and sent tickets in. I would not be surprised if one or more or a whole lot threatened legal action about it.
Yeah, and I'm sure
And
that's
I think
why
that's
they didn't
why-
take it down.
Yes, exactly.
Because they were
If
like, we
to
can't.
take it down or to change it, you can't fool the internet. Plain and
Right,
simple.
right. Well, yeah, I mean, come on. It's like everyone who's been playing and everyone. Yeah, there were tons of screenshots. There were videos about it, everything.
And
I
in the-
mostly
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't end here. What about this high score? I mean, this Evan, the last Halloween. It's impossible to do.
No,
And the
it's
3
possible.
deals.
You have to pull, but it's okay. This one I could understand if the prize was so much better, because this is kind of like a. This feels like it's a not a thank you, but it's kind of like.
It's an RNG challenge.
No. Well, no, for us it is.
It's for the whales.
Exactly. It's for the whales.
It's a thank you for the whales.
Exactly.
Yeah, upgrade
Yes.
your Keyblade some more.
Yeah, it's a thank you for the whales. It's because there are people out there with fully gilded legendaries who have had no real challenge. Well, no, the Moogle of Glory was pretty good challenge for them, but this one is literally one where only the people with fully gilded legendaries
Yes, that's.
are able to one turn it. So there are people out there who can do it.
I know.
So this is for them.
3 last day of Halloween, but they are rushing you to pull and gild those legendary and epics. So you
Well,
can
no.
do
I
this.
hope no one's doing that. I mean, I hope people are
Well-
realizing that this is not for
They don't
for
have
that.
time to think. Should I pull or not?
Well, no, they
That's
should.
3
They
days.
do. They hope they do. I mean, I really hope they do, man. I hope what you're saying is not what people are doing right now. Because
Yeah, I hope the same.
no, because seriously, I mean, if anyone is watching this right now and they're like, I have to pull to finish this, no. The reward for this is nothing. I mean, unless you really want to, show off, and like, like, I don't know, like, I don't know if you're a YouTuber and you need to make a video of showing what you can do, or if it's possible, like I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I mean, if I had millions of subscribers and I was actually making a huge income off of YouTube and everything, I would do it. I mean, I would do it because I would be like, hey, listen, it's possible. You can one turn this. Give me a second, dude. But I hope no one is pulling for this. Seriously, I hope no one is pulling to guilt these and to guilt your medals to do this. And well, I don't know. I mean, unless you're pulling because you have to have the SRK medal guilted, because that kind of goes hand in hand with this. I mean, if you have a guilted Kairi and a guilted Illustrated Sora and a guilted Riku, you can do this. Okay.
Yeah, like if I ever see anyone with a gilded SRK, I'm just gonna feel bad for how much money they.
No,
probably have to
don't.
spend.
Well, I mean, no, don't. I mean, just hope that they are in a financial capacity to do it easily, that they can do it, they can afford it. Because again, there are people out there who can afford it. There are people who've worked very hard their lives, or there are people who have a lot of money that can do it. And you know what? I hope they make a video on YouTube and show it. I show it because I want to see it. I want to see what a guilted SRK can do.
Dutch, can I just ask, what's the point of making content that caters to 1% of the player base?
Sorry, what's point of what?
what's the point of making content that caters to 1% of the player base?
Because they're the ones who are paying your bills.
Well,
I feel like
now,
rooms are coming out next week.
Now, here's
Yeah.
the thing about that is if you cater to 1% of the player base, the other 99% will leave because they don't have content for them. Once they leave,
Yeah,
the 1%
but
who are playing
but you have
will
to think
leave.
of it from the point of view that one person. Okay, let's say Square Enix. Let's say Square Enix makes $1 million a month from this game. The 1% covers 990,000 of that money, and the 99% covers other 10%. So, from the business point of view, of course, you need to take care of that 1%.
Oh, I'm not saying you should not take care of them, but my point is ultimately, if you make content only for them, the main thing these people get out of it is to help, or sometimes lord over the people who don't do that. But when they leave, what do the people who pay have anything to do? They leave too.
Right, but that's why they're doing this, so that those people don't leave.
I mean, you could just see this. It's basically game design almost 101. You cater to 1%. It's a losing strategy in the long term.
Well, it's
far it's paid off for
psychological.
them.
It gets free to play
Oh, it
players
does,
to
yeah.
consider spending that money and become the 1%, and it works. A
It
lot of
does.
people do. Like people buy the VIP just to get those SIDs, even though maybe they don't pull a whole lot anywhere else, and they just get the VIP, but they get it, and that's giving them money, and that's how they get you. And I really don't think for a long term they really care.
No,
At
I
this
don't even
point,
think they thought that this
if
game
the
was gonna go this long.
99% leave, they don't care because they've already made so much money, and if they continue, that 1% will still continue to give them money. So it's like,
There'll be
whatever.
new 1% too.
But I think this MC is ridiculous to get the Sora Rikukari medals.
Well,
Too much
that's
money for
another
me.
point. Yeah, but well, I don't know.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So people are saying, oh, well, it was the same thing in JP, but in JP they already had like 3 orb deals and the brooms, which is, we have none of that, so it was much easier to do it in JP versus here we have nothing to help us with it at all.
Very
yeah,
true.
in JP it'd be like a challenge, a doable challenge. In here, it's like a
Yeah, well, and see, that's the other problem too. Where I mean, and I have to, I've stopped defending Square Enix and saying this is a unique game because it's not. They've made it very clear that all they're doing is porting over, changing the language, translating it, and giving us the game. So I'm not going to defend them in that sense anymore. But I will say, and this is not defending them. This is bad. This is negative because what they're giving us now is they're kind of expecting us to be at the same level as JP, but they're not giving us the stuff that we need. Like, this is the other problem too. Okay, and okay, this goes perfectly. Okay, this goes perfectly with the person who was talking before about what's the point of catering to the 1%. What's the point of catering to the whales? Right now, the way the game we have right now, they can't release brooms. They just can't. I mean, and this is the problem too. They're backing themselves into such a bad corner because right now, if they were to release brooms, do you realize how many whales would leave the game upset and go to another game? Especially right now, after SRK, especially after SRK. Once we get SRK and the people who do spend how much did we say? $4,600. The people who spend over $4,000, yeah. The people who spend over $4,000 just to get that gilded SRK. Can you imagine if the week after they release brooms, and a bunch of people who
That's
have
what
one,
I'm thinking.
and yeah, a bunch of people who have one, and then all of a sudden everyone's going to have gilded SRK. Can you imagine the person who spent $4,000 looking around like, well, what was the point of that?
And I honestly wouldn't be surprised at this point if a week after today they released Mickey and Brooms. So they have a week for the whales to get the gilded I Kairi and I Sora and I Riku, and then they release it, and it doesn't matter to them because they've already made the money,
Well, but and see, that's why I think they won't release Mickey and Brooms, because they're going to be like, I mean, it's like that cartoon where they're sitting around the boardroom and they're like, well, we should release Mickey and Brooms now, and there's going to be someone there that's be like, but why? They're still paying. they're still spending money.
Yeah,
Why
that's
are we
true,
going to
too.
release it
It
if
makes me
people are
think they might
still
never
spending
they
money?
might never release it just because of that.
Yeah,
If they were
exactly.
to
The
release,
longer they wait, the more they're not going to be able to release it because of that reason.
And
'Cause
a
it'll
lot of
upset the
people
whales.
are actually waiting for it to be
Yeah.
released.
Yeah,
and
there
so
are people
they're
who are
kind
waiting
of
just
maybe
for
they're
that.
not playing hardcore anymore, but they're still playing, and maybe they still pay VIP every like other week, just until Mickey and Brooms comes out.
Do you keep a good point actually about that? Is this like if they don't release it, then I think when promo hits, people are going to leave more. So say they get past this, right? Promo
Yeah.
hits, and then we're not ready, and people are like, you know what, I can't do this anymore.
But
Done.
how long is that going to take? And okay, and personally, to be perfectly honest, I feel that the only thing that will take you or that will take people away at this point is either complete frustration or a better game they like more.
Well, the frustration part, most definitely, I think is going to come. Is that coming to play already, right?
Yeah, there are some people. I'm surprised. I mean, if there really, I've heard rumors, and if there really are people out there who are deleting their accounts, their apps, or selling all their medals in protest or in frustration or anger or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone yet. I haven't seen anyone. I haven't seen any videos of anyone selling their medals. I haven't seen any screenshots of someone just selling all their medals. So it's just, to me, it's just rumors. I've just heard rumors. I haven't seen anyone actually do it yet.
if they release Mickey and Brooms, though, they could still make a lot of money by putting it behind a huge paywall.
Yeah.
And people would still buy them.
Oh, yeah.
They'd go nuts for the Mickey and Brooms.
They would right now. Yeah, they would right now. They would still would. But again, it's just, I mean, but it's scary. It's scary to think about it.
Yeah, well, you could still do the Mickey and Brooms if you just pace it right. So say we start with that suggestion, we start behind a paywall, and then over time, like the Huey doing Lula medals, it becomes gradually more accessible to free to play. It's still there, and it doesn't devalue your time necessarily because it takes a long time for the free to play to start actually accumulating them.
Right.
You can still have both ways.
They might like when you and Dewey Louie first came out, it was behind the.
Oh, that was so
paywall,
weird.
and then-
That was such a weird thing. I feel very guilty for pulling during that one.
When they had it for the poll, when they had it
Yes,
as a
I
bonus
feel
for the poll.
so guilty thinking I was like, HDL, it's so awesome, and then I was like, but why are they putting it behind this? I mean, this is horrible. Are we just gonna get one? Is this it? And then they just started releasing them like crazy.
Well, they might actually at first they'll probably put it behind maybe avatar boards, but then they'll probably put them into high score challenges after they're finally announced. They might actually start putting them into stuff that we can actually get them from.
I don't know. I mean, personally, okay, and this is, I mean, we're gonna end it pretty soon because this video's already run really long. But, at this point right now, where the game is, and at this point where we are right now, I don't hear anyone here quitting tonight. I don't hear anyone quitting.
Nope.
I won't quit this. I won't. Not yet.
Yeah, exactly. So this is something that I hope. This is the thing. I hope. I as always I say it in a lot of my videos. I hope someone from Square Enix is watching. I hope someone from Square Enix is listening, because they haven't lost us yet. We still believe. We still hope. We're still here. We're still hoping.
It's over.
I still believe.
Well, no. Don't say that either. Don't say that either, because yeah, don't go that far, because this is the thing. This is where we are. We're here. We're hoping. We're waiting to see what they do next, because I want to do more podcasts in the next few days. Especially once they start telling us what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, or if they're going to fix it or anything. What they're going to do. Because I really do want to see if, personally for me, I'm not going to stop playing. I'm going to, if anything, I could understand going free to play, you know. I could, you know what? I hate to say this, but I could understand going to the JP version. If someone here speaks Japanese and they can translate for me everything that happens, I would love to go to the JP version. You know what I mean?
I'm doing both.
I would
You don't really understand the Japanese too well.
I'm in the JP.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I won't quit the game, but I won't spend too much money
Yeah,
for
exactly.
putting.
Yeah, and see, that's where I'm saying to the point of view that I really do hope that someone from Square Enix is watching. I hope someone is, is here and listening to this video, or they're watching this video later on YouTube or whatever, because that's a big issue too. We have a lot of people who are at a point in the game now where they feel trapped. You know, they feel like they feel like they have no other resource but continue playing. And if they continue playing, then there's new EMCs, there's new offers, there's new stuff. Especially if you've already spent money, you do VIP. Oh, there's another zero AP challenge, AP event going to come around. There's another event coming around. There's avatar boards coming around. Mickey and Brooms might come out. A bunch of stuff that comes out, and it just continues to encourage people to spend.
String us along is what you're gonna say, right?
Yeah. Well, not yeah, or just okay. I want to play the game. I want to play the game, but
May I cut in?
yeah, go for it.
This is the problem that I'm facing, TJ. I'm in a position much like yours, where I have put some money in the game, and I've reached that critical point where, I have a lot of great things, but I don't have anything to take me to the next level.
Yeah.
And I'm at that point where, unless I go from where I am now to being a super whale, I feel like there's no progression for me anymore. I'm just sitting where I am, and I'm stuck where I am because I can't pull 7 medals to go to legendary.
Exactly.
Ever.
Yeah.
I
$1,400.
feel like I'm sitting here at a point where I'm okay, but I'm never gonna progress any further.
Got you. Well,
I
okay,
hope so.
and we're gonna end this part in a second. The last thing I want to say about this is something that for me personally, is making me a little salty. Because something is making me a little salty here, and what's making me a little salty is that they are not okay. Let me explain this way. I've noticed, and I think a lot of people have noticed, and from our Discord and from everything else that we've seen, a lot of people have noticed that the pulls have gotten a little better, if not a lot better. Definitely there is more legendaries, not really epics. I mean, for me, maybe yeah. There's slightly better medals being pulled right now. And to me personally, after the 1,000+ medals I've already pulled with Jules before this, it's making me a little salty. It's making me a little upset that now they're kind of like incognito, kind of, like ninja increasing the drop rates or the pull rates a little, because they have. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that the pull rates on I don't know. Maybe there's a mathematician out there that can help us out and kind of say, at what point, if you have like, I don't know, 300 available medals in the game, and only 2 of those are legendary, what are the odds? And at a certain point, we're going to get to a point where, you have like 400 medals available in the game, but you have 20 legendaries available. And at what point does that kind of like, just naturally, the odds get better in pulling? But I pulled after they took away the quest medals, and I got nothing. I got nothing. And now all of a sudden, we're seeing in our Discord so many legendaries getting pulled. Something happened there. Something changed.
Honestly, I think they upped it a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
they've definitely upped it.
Oh yeah, and again, I don't know. I don't know the code. I don't know. Maybe some people who are out there who do know and can figure that out exactly how much, if the odds were actually changed. That to me is a little bit like. Yeah. What's up, man?
Maybe excuse me. Maybe the certain legendary they were better. They has better hard to pulling, and there's the new is a bit hard to get.
Well, I don't know. Maybe so, because the new ones like Illustrated Sephiroth, I mean, I didn't get him till the 10th pull. You know, I didn't get into that. And so yeah, maybe they have made the older medals a little, you know, or a lot easier to get. I don't know. But to me personally, that makes me a little salty that they've done that, you know, because all I can think of now is someone who today finds the game and starts pulling, and they're going to spend a fraction of a fifth or a tenth of what I've spent, and they're going to have exactly what I have, if not better. Yes, I've been and see, and that's the last point that I want to end on. And I understand that I've already played this game a lot. It's giving me many hours of enjoyment and many hours of salt, but many hours of interacting with you guys, many hours of, you know, just enjoying the game and all that. So I understand if, you know, that's fine. I've played a lot already, so it's okay. You know, if I was here at the beginning when the odds weren't as good, I get that. I get that a new player will have better odds and will probably have better medals, but Square Enix, where's the love?
Hey, Dodge, can I add on to that a little bit? Maybe you'd feel a little bit better if the game felt a little less adversarial. Because as you've been saying, it's 10 pulls for the cookie jar, right? 10 pulls is not, you know what I mean? It's just like you had to commit so much to get your medal that when now it's a little easier to get the medal, you feel a little salty. I mean, if it wasn't as bad in the beginning, it's like, you know, you feel like
if it wasn't as bad in the beginning, I remember when Sephiroth first came out and all those people that spent $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and didn't get a single Sephiroth because they weren't guaranteed in the 10th pull back then.
I mean, this is the result of when you, treat some of your players like wallets, and this is kind of the inevitable result of that.
Well, and for me personally, I mean, like I said, this is the last thing I'll say about this, and we'll end this video. But for me personally, I gotta say, Square Enix, where's the love? You know, where's the love to the people who have been here from day one? Because you still haven't shown it. And these are the people who are supporting your game. These are the people that are continuously, day in and day out, trying to continue giving you chances over and over again. And there still isn't really any, like, hey, you've been here since day one. You've been here over 100 days. You've been here over 200 days. I don't know, just give us a cape or something that says we've been here, you know?
If I could say something.
Yeah, go for it. Last one, go for it. Your last one.
People always use the argument that, like, they usually don't treat merit like the global versions of mobile games good, but like since it's Square Enix, they always treat North America good, like with their games and now their mobile game. And it seems now since the mobile game, I don't know what they're doing. They usually are very good for their global.
Yeah, they usually are. It's kind of weird. All right, okay, we're gonna have to stop it there. Thank you very much, guys. We're gonna stop that. We're gonna stop this here right now. We're gonna end this video. We're gonna continue talking. We're gonna continue talking on Discord. All right. But I need to end this video because it's already, I don't know how long it has been already. We've been talking a long time. And like I said before, with Discord, with Discord like this, with podcasts like this, I just let it go. I mean, if you guys remember at the very beginning when the podcast started, I did try and, you know, like control the podcast a little more or whatever. But now we just talk. I just let you guys, because I do appreciate the fact that a lot of you guys do understand what the G-rated environment is. I understand you guys understand what, you know, the respect for everyone and all that. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, we're gonna have more of these. Maybe tomorrow I'll do another one, or I don't know when. Definitely whenever Square Enix updates, whenever they update, whenever they tell us what, you know, happened or what's going to happen.
Compensation will be.
Yeah, let me finish, guys. So whenever this happens, whenever Square Enix updates, we're gonna find out what happens and we'll do more. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you everyone on Discord. We have, how many people are on Discord right now? Over 220 on Discord, and in the chat right now we've got, well, oh my goodness, there's like 80 people in the chat right now. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And until the next time, I am DUJ2 as always, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you, guys. See ya.